Good morning, dear students. Sixth class. Today I am going to start one new chapter that is from gathering to growing food. Yes, my dear students, before starting this chapter, I am just telling you that when the earlier people they lived in caves, so they were not in the habit of living on a one place. Reason being, they have to arrange their food or they have to arrange the things for themselves, and they were not in the habit of growing the things, or they were not aware, you can say so. So they always move from one place to another in search of food, water, etc. And due to the climatic condition also, they have to move. Means at the time of harsh climatic condition, they need some shelter, so they move to the caves. At that time, they were the hunter gatherer. As we have discussed in our previous chapter, mainly they were the hunter gatherer. They hunt the animals, they use their skin, they eat them, and they also ate fruit, vegetables, etc. They eat in a raw form all the things. Maybe if they hunt the animals, they also eat them raw, because the vegetables or the fruits they eat as it roots also. So they eat as they have found in the same condition they have ate that all that things. So, because why it was so? Because they don't know how to cook the things. Later on, when the fire was discovered, they know how to cook the things and they started cooking the food. Now, in this chapter, we'll just study how they become the hunter gatherer to live on a same place, because they have learned growing of food. So, variety of foods we are having nowadays. Now I'm just starting the chapter. Today, most of our foods, such as fruit, vegetable, grain, milk, meat, comes from plants, and they are grown, and animals are reared. Here, one thing I want to mention: when the early people they have started rearing of animal, so the first animal that was domesticated, that was dog. Yes, my dear friends, not for milk they have reared anything, they have reared dog for the purpose of protection. Okay, now uh, different plants grow in different conditions. Rice, for example, require more water, and wheat and barley. This explains why farmers grow some crops in some areas, not in other areas. Different animals too prefer different environments. For sheep, goat can survive more easily than cattle in dry, hilly environments. So the women and men did not always produce their own food. Yes, my dear friends or dear students, as we know that at that time they were having very little knowledge available to them, and they were not all aware about all the conditions. So by and by they came to know that all the crops they are not grown in the same area. They have to find the different climatic conditions for different crops. And for the need of water, when they felt that they need more water to grow the crops, so they always settled near the river places. So they easily get the water from there. Second thing, the soil is very much fertile there. So in the other season, they move to the next place for the growing of the some other crop. So the beginning of farming and herding. The climate of the world was changing. So were plants and animals that people they used as food. The men, women, and children probably observed several things. So they have not learned the things in a single day. Maybe in years, maybe day by day, when they saw the plants they are growing, when the seeds they saw the seeds, they maybe fall off on some other place on the ground. So the new plants they were sprouted up, new plants they have grown up. So they use the saplings on the other places. Like this they started learning the things. They also learned how could they have to protect it from birds and animals. So maybe they have grown up and ripen, and when they ripen up the crops, then they are able to use that. So in this way, the people, they became farmers. Not with the single day, it was a thing, you can say, with their knowledge or with their experience, they learned how to grow the crops. Women, men, and children could also attract and then tame animals by leaving food for them near their shelters. As I have told you, the first animal to be tamed and the wild ancestor of the dog. So, I have just mentioned this earlier also. The first animal to be domesticated, it was dog. So the people, they encouraged animals, they were relatively gentle to come near the camps where they lived. These animals, next they have domesticated, they were the sheep, goat, cattle. So they were herded for the purpose of maybe for their wool also, because that protect them from the harsh climatic condition. Maybe at that time they were not aware to weave them, but maybe somehow they are able to use them for the protection of against the harsh climatic conditions. So the people protected these animals from attacks from other wild animals. This is how they become herders, because they also look cool and gentle and they don't hurt anyone, anybody. So the people, they started domesticated them. The word domestication is the process in which people grow plants. I'm just highlighting the definition of the domestication. The people in which the process in which people grow plants and look after other animals, and plants and animals that are needed by the people, by the people different from wild animals, because select plants and animals for domestication means they need to protect them and they can easily domesticated them. So that's why to look after them, that is called the domestication. So they used to protect the animals. So they only protect the plants and animals those who are not prone to disease, means they are helpful to them, they are useful to them. So such kind of conditions they were there, and they were in the habit of using that. And they also try to protect the plant that large size grains, strong stalks capable of bearing the weight of ripened grain, seeds from selected plants, means they have started protecting the seeds of the plants also, which can be used in the next season for the growing of more plants and crops. And as I've told you, they only protect the animals those who are gentle and not hurting them. And the teeth and horns of wild animals are usually much larger than those of the domesticated animal. Definitely, students, they use the only the animals those who are gentle, as I have discussed. That sheep, it looks also good. They don't want to domesticate the animal those who look harsh with heavy teeth, heavy bones. Maybe they will hurt their children also. So they not in the habit of doing the domestication for them. So only smaller animals, you can say. So when they started growing crops, a new way of life has started. So if you plant a seed, you will notice that it takes some times to grow. Maybe several days, weeks, months, or maybe in some cases, years also. At the time we are talking about the fruits. So when the people, they begin growing crops, it meant they have to stay in the same place for a long term, for a long time. So looking after the plants, watering, protecting them from animals and birds till the grain ripen. So they need to stay on the same place for the protection of, you mainly you can say, protection of crops or plants. So they have to store both food and seed also for the next season. As we have talked about, they began making large clay pots. Now they have started making pots or maybe woven baskets also, with the help of tree leaves, with the help of small branches of trees. They started weaving baskets and making pots for the, is what I have to say, for the, just yes my dear student, for the protection of the things, or you can say for the preserve of the seeds, preservation, preservation, preservation of the things. Now, storing animals. Animals multiply naturally. Beside, if they are looked after carefully, they provide milk. So now they have started using the milk of animals. And absolutely good source of food and meat also. Means when they need the milk, they take them. If they feel that the animal is not giving the milk and maybe growing older and not useful, so they also use their meat also. So animals are reared, can be used as a store of food. So if they don't find food anywhere, so you also reared animal for that purpose also. So this is all for the day, and rest of the things we will discuss in the next things, because apart from food, many other things were there that could have been obtained from animals, that it is mentioned here. And animals, why we are using it today also, we will discuss in our next chapter. So up to that, you have to revise it again, and if there is any query, we can easily sort it down. You can ask